How are you and your team looking at the current market scenario and possible signs of any deepening of this correction in 2025?
So if I look at the current market, right, and particularly if I compare it with what has been happening in the last 2 years, if I give you an example of, let's say, Formula One racing, right, the last 2 years were like the straights, right? So all you do at that time is just put the pedal to the metal, increase the gas, and you try to go as fast as you can, right? And you don't worry too much about risk. This year, and particularly what is coming up, is the curves, the bends are coming, right? So then you have to be very careful about your tire pressure. Are you taking on too much risk? What speed you should take the curves at? So what we're basically seeing is a little bit of caution ahead. Now, why is that caution coming? Some of these are definitely domestic factors, but predominantly a lot of them are coming from imported or external factors. What's happening in the US and certain changes which will take place as a new regime comes in. What's happening with geopolitical stability. A lot of these things, what will happen with the rate cuts and interest rates in the US are all yet to be factored in completely because they're not fully known at this point. So when things are not fully known, the amount of volatility increases. India, relatively speaking, is in a much more sweeter spot. I think a lot of factors are still relatively under our control. And with dedicated effort and attention, I think those can be solved. What is unknown is what is coming from outside our control, right? So that's what we are seeing as the market environment right now. Overall, if you ask me, I would say 2025 we are seeing as almost a year of two halves. I think the first half is really when a lot of this uncertainty and volatility will be there. And we will have to see how that is all digested, right? Let's say up till June or so. Post that, we see that once all of that has been factored in, then the market is much more clearer and takes a direction from there. So we're anticipating that the second half will be significantly better.